All right, welcome everybody. The next episode of Tilton the Scales. I'm your host, Nathan Logan. I'm with Walter Hall and Chester Fred Bowen III. This is our 49th. We're almost to a half century here.
I like it.
49th episode. Sporting something. There's something on my shoulder that's weighing heavy on me. It's a it's tough to be at the top. Sometimes it's tough to be at the top, especially when your friends and your peers are looking up at you. I just want you to know it's there's a mutual respect between us. All right, one is better than the other. The one holding the belt is better than the others. Don't take it personally. Next year's a new year. The belt stays with me until then. Designed by
Seconds.
me.
10 seconds. That's a
Designed.
new record. Congratulations. It took you 10 seconds to bring up your fantasy football championship. That's an
That's right.
all-time record. And I tell you what, coming up on a month since you won it, that's really impressive. That's really impressive on your part. Listen, I want you to keep that up.
I will. I will mention it at least once every episode. The belt might be mounted behind me at some point. Until somebody takes it from me, I'll be mentioning it, or it'll be in line of sight of this
Oh no,
camera
no.
right here. This
Do not
camera.
worry. Do not worry. I'll take it off your hands next year. I know it's a heavy burden. It's a weight in your shoulder. I'll take it from you next year. Don't worry about it.
All right. It is pretty nice though. It's got like a few
No, it
different
is. It,
plates.
it really is.
This
So
one
it's nice.
says champs. Oh, it also says what's that? Oh, it says Boston Patriots 2025 champs. Oh, that's my team name. Huh.
Oh,
That's
weird.
cool.
That's weird.
And then this other one is just the GOAT, and it says belt donated by Nate the Great.
So wait a minute,
You played
Nate.
your
So
name on the belt, you son
is
of a
this
bitch.
Nate, let's back up for a second. So is this a belt built for posterity?
Define posterity.
For history's sake, to make sure everyone looks back and they know what happened.
Well, I
Big
mean,
deal.
not necessarily, but again,
He's
it's the belt that I purchased for the league, so I had to throw my mark on it, and it'll have your nameplate on there for your team last year as the previous owner, and then it'll be crossed out, and then there'll be a new plate with this year and my name, and it won't be crossed out until I lose or I win again. Then there'll be another plate with my name on it with the next year on it, and so on and so forth. And then when I hand it to when it's if I lose it and it goes to somebody else, you guys can do whatever you want with it. You can add some bling to it, add some flair to it. You can cross out my name. You can, I don't know, cross out the part that says donated by Nate the Great, and you could put your name in
Oh
there.
no, 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 no. That stays. Donated money at the grade, that has to stay. That
All
has
right.
to stay. But I will add something about inaugural champion being ignored. I will absolutely do that.
It won't be ignored. It's gonna be on here. I just got the belt like today. Like it arrived in the mail.
Oh, was
It
it
doesn't
really?
have yeah, it doesn't have my name on it at all, except for what I added as far as, me being the donator and then the 2025 champ.
No,
But
I like it. I
we'll
like
get
it.
you on there. We'll get the previous ones on there. I mean, I lift all these weights doing CrossFit and I gotta set this thing down because it's so heavy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Trophysmack.com is where I got it. It was very easy to design it. A little pricey, I'm not gonna lie. My winnings. Do you guys remember what my winnings were from the the
For
league?
$10 buy-in, so it was winner take all, right? $10, 10 times 12. We had a 12-person team, a league, right? Or was it 10?
No, this must be one of your other foo-foo leagues, Wally. It was 25. 25 a pop. And it
I
was
have so
50
many. I have
30.
so many different leagues.
It was 50
Me
30
too.
20. I think I netted 125 and that cost 200 bucks. So I
I will.
donated $75 to the league, and you guys have donated zero, just so you know. We're not keeping track or anything. I'm just keeping
No,
track.
just as you are.
We
All right,
donated our
sorry.
time, and our time is money.
Absolutely. I love that y'all did that. Y'all got the league started, helped me get the league started. I want you to be there forever and ever. And I want you to eventually win. I don't want you to literally go 8-0, then lose like the rest of your games, the rest of or be the number one seed in the playoffs and then go out in the
Dude,
flame of glory.
dude,
Like I don't want that for you. It
I
just so
heard
happens.
I heard you just say eventually win. I did the first season ever.
Yeah. Yes, you did.
For the love of all things holy, can we stop talking about fantasy football? We're in the goddamn
Yes.
fantasy
Yeah.
championship game, and I got to spend 10 minutes talking about fantasy football for the 12th week in a row.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you.
I
We're all good. Let's go there, man.
as the host and creator, I just I like to spend a little bit of time in reflection and greatness, and it just so happens that it was the right time. That belt, I received the belt today. I
No,
felt glorious, honestly. I felt
that was pretty
glorious. It
serendipitous.
felt really good.
Yeah,
I shared the unboxing with you guys. I
did.
thought you guys would be happy, not only for me, but for the league, and I don't know. But I do want to skip the pleasantries. We don't need to find out how we did, although we do need to have story time with Chet and find out how the game was and
Oh
everything
man.
else, the bus ride. So, do we want to start with that, or do we want to go right into the game and then work our way to Chet?
Yeah,
Well,
no,
let's
that's
hear.
up to
I'd like
you.
to hear your experience. Yeah, yeah. Tell your
Oh my
story.
God. So I got up in the morning, and you know how like back in college or whenever, when you're like 18 to 22, whatever, you're like, I'm gonna have a drink in the shower because it just feels rebellious. So I got up that morning and I was like, I'm having a drink in the shower today. And Sabrina was like, Are you serious? And I was like, I actually kind of think I am. And she
Yeah.
says, slow and steady wins the race. I said, no, no, no. Patriots win the goddamn race. So had a drink in the shower. The party bus showed up at 11:30. We go out there, the kids, Sabrina and I, and we brought the cooler in, the food. It was all perfect. We got to the stadium. We're all having like this amazing time. And then in my mind, I started to be like, oh my God, everyone's talking about the Houston Texans defense and how good they are. And by the way, I saw in real life, they are fast. They are very, very, very good. Like that was insane. But when I was watching the first touchdown pass, so I was on this side of it to Pop Douglas. So I saw it happen. Like Drake May's over here, and I saw it come this way, and I was like, oh, we're good. We're good. Even with the fumbles and everything, like our offense is no joke. Even though everyone's talking about them like they weren't that good. The fumbles weren't good, obviously. We heard people yelling out, Will Campbell, get your shit together. But I'm watching it and I'm going like, no, we're okay because we have enough firepower, we have enough momentum, we can do this. And then as we got to the fourth quarter and I'm watching, I was like, this felt like an old school Patriots game. And then I looked up, and I don't know if you guys are on Facebook or saw my Facebook, but my profile picture is like I took a picture of the snow coming down Gillette.
I
When I
saw that.
realized when I
Yeah.
realized that we were good, I was like, I can't lose this moment. So I took that one, and it was like it was magic, man. The whole
Yeah.
entire thing was magic. Then after the game, we went back, and that was a little bit tougher. But I was like, I'm not all these 30 million cars over here that are going to be stuck. Like we got to the party bus, we sat in there. It took us forever to get home, but it was okay because we're all just having a good time, except for the party bus got stuck
Oh,
in
no.
my driveway. So at least
What?
I was home. Then I had to carry that gigantic cooler. Like I was like, like it was awful all in the driveway. And then we finally got home, and I came inside. I sat down, and I was like, oh my God, did the Patriots just win that game? Because I think it was on the way that we found out that Bo Nix was hurt, right? I think it must have been on the way or something. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, right after their game. So yeah, I by
Yeah,
the start of the Patriot game, it had to be on the way or like when you got to the game. Or
right. So I told Cameron, I was like, Cameron, basically, like, and I may be wrong about this because Denver defense is no joke either. But I was like, Cameron, honestly, whoever wins this game is like, there's a decent chance they're going all the way to the Super Bowl. Like, who knows the Super Bowl, but like, there's a decent chance. Like, I felt that pressure. he was feeling the girls were just happy to be there, be in a stadium, getting food, having drinks. It was good times. But my God, what an experience! And I would never take that one back. That was so fun. It was so cool. And I actually, part of me believed when Tom Brady was done that like we might just fall into the depths again and not be good at all. And it was so cool to watch. Like they were good. Like I was again, I'm watching everything. I'm watching not just the ball. I don't just follow the ball. I'm watching the whole team. They knew what they were doing. They understood their assignments, and a lot of those tip ball interceptions, like that wasn't just like luck. They knew what they were doing against this guy, and I'm hoping they do the same next week. Problem is, we don't know anything about Jerry Stidham, except for Josh McDaniels is going to be our best defensive coordinator this week.
Yeah. Well, to add on to what you said, after the game, I felt like I wanted to yell out, "We play defense up there in New England, y'all," because no one thought that we had a chance with that to even compare to the defense on the other side of the ball, regardless of, that would potentially be our strongest link, but our offense would not be able to carry us to victory. And like our defense carried us that entire game, was
Mhm.
the most consistent unit on the field. And yeah, they play defense up there. Like we have a defensive minded head coach. We have our defensive coordinator is out with getting cancer treatment. Like we have a backup or a linebacker coach that's calling the plays. Like, of course, I would say that we had the deck stacked against us as far as, people looking at us favorably. But again, if you take fourth down out of the equation as far as statistics wise, because this year, kind of like last year, it's an anomaly where people are going with the stats and like going for it more on fourth down. If you take fourth down out of it, literally 65% of the time that teams have scored on us have been on fourth down. So and so if you take that out, like we're one of the top defense. Well, for sure, we're a top defense in our franchise. But again, that you take one down out of four, that's still a lot of downs, but statistically, it's hard to ignore that. And it's hard to, fourth down is literally like a 50-50 toss now. So, you know, you, it's hard to state that and everybody believe that, but that is the truth. Like our defense is really good. We don't get a lot of pressure. We've talked about that before. We create pressure with blitzes, which isn't in our favor particularly, but we get to the quarterback. It's hard for us to go one on one and create pressure because our best player, Milton Williams, is going to get double or triple teamed, and the other guys on the edge. It's not that they're not creating pressure; they're just not getting there fast enough. The ball's coming out quicker, and it's putting stress on our linebackers and our secondary. So, they're taxed as well. But for the playoffs specifically, the two games that we played, we lead the league in blitzes. I think our blitz rate is like somewhere near 40%. The first game against what's his name, Justin Herbert, we blitzed 21 times. We blitzed another 12 times this week against the Texans, and again, it was in our favor, obviously.
Yeah, no
We
joke.
had we had him. We had not that CJ Stroud is a top 10 quarterback. I'd probably say he's somewhere in the top 15, but he
Would you
definitely
really?
had, yeah, I would. Prior to these last two
Yeah,
games, yes.
he's
Prior
had
to
a couple.
these
He's had a
last two
couple.
games.
Yeah, a couple bad games, but otherwise he's shown that he can go out there and do some pretty cool things. These past two games, though, like I don't know what happened. Well, I know what happened this past week, which is the Patriots defense happened. But is Pittsburgh's defense that good? Like that's the part that I was like, what happened there? Like I
They
don't know. I don't know.
I know it was a while ago, but revisionist history. We turned the ball over five times against them, so they're not
Yep.
they're not that bad. Like they're not that bad. And it's
No.
again, I did the offense win that game as far as Houston Texans and Steelers. Did the offense win that game or did the defense win it for them? I mean, the defense scored 1 point, one touchdown or two potentially. I can't remember what, but I
And
mean,
we put this on tape, but last week I'm pretty sure I said the Patriots are going to win and we're going to score on defense. Please keep me honest on that but I think I said it on here. Like the Patriots is going to have a defensive score and we're going to win that game. So we'll have to go back and look at the tape. But when I saw Marcus Jones hit that, not only was it like, yes, Patriots, but it was also like, you know what you're talking about, Chet? You know what I mean? Kind of felt good.
I hear what you guys are saying about CJ Stroud, but then you watch that game and boy, even though we had how many, 4 interceptions, I felt like there was 10 others we could have got. Like every other
Yeah.
play was a missed interception on our part. Like it happened time and time. He was just off, and I don't know if he was not healthy or just he's messed up upstairs or something there. Because boy, oh boy, I hear you say top 15, but that did not look top 15. That didn't look like a starting quarterback. I'm shocked they let him come back out in the second half. To be 100% honest.
Really?
Right? I actually told, like, to your point, being there live, I told Cameron, I was like, buddy, we might see Davis Mills come out.
Yeah.
Like, we might actually see that.
Something wasn't right. Like
Yeah,
his
something
throws
wasn't
were
right.
all off. Like I agree, he has performed at a very high level in the past. I'm not saying that isn't the case, and he very well may get there again in the future. But that quarterback we saw in the first half was not playing good football.
Nope.
No,
But I
I
also
don't think it's.
remember. Go ahead, Nate. Go ahead, Nate.
I don't think it's the normal CJ Stroud. Like you said, I think he was injured. Or again, our defense is good enough to confuse the
Agreed.
best of quarterbacks out there. Like I'm not saying it's not a Sam Darnold moment where he was seeing ghosts, but he also didn't have a lot of confidence builders in the beginning. I mean, the first 3 series, I think his wide receivers dropped at least 3 passes, and then he had like. I remember it distinctly. I'm like, man, this dude's cooked. Like he looks bad, and his everyone around him is not ready to play. Whether it's the weather, but they were trying to catch balls with their body. It was bouncing off their pads. Like it just wasn't a good look, or they looked unprepared. Not necessarily him. And then it just started to look worse as guys were dropping balls, and then they had that 30-yard completion to the tight end who was wide the f open that I didn't like, and I'm like, oh man, I think I might have just said something too soon.
Yeah.
But then again, we made some adjustments, and it panned out in our favor. But if we look at the first half, both of those quarterbacks were trash. To
Mhm.
include Drake May, like Drake May had a higher completion percentage, but
I
he
know.
still had just as many turnovers or potential turnovers, whether it was an interception or fumbles, and he's got to do better at that. Like there's no
He
doubt
does.
about that.
He
And
does.
I,
And
I
he will.
talked about it.
I think he will.
I talked about it prior. Like the second game, I feel like the game speed he'd adapt to the game speed, and I wanted him to again just pull that ball down, run, get 3 yards, get down. Like I don't want him to swim in the pocket and try and create something, but that is what he's good at too. So I'd like him to pick and choose a little bit better depending on the situation, because he knows what plays running, and obviously he should be able to read the defense. So if he can't get it off, just tuck it and run, man. Don't hold it and swim in the pocket. And then he had a couple balls that were
But at the same time,
swatted out of his hands because of that.
no, that's true. But at the same time, throughout the season, like last season, one of his biggest things was he would run too early, right? So he's in a spot where he's like, all right, I'm going to move up in the pocket, and that's been one of the reasons he's like an MVP candidate this year is because he'll move up in the pocket and make this excellent throw. The difference is, and this is what makes the NFL so fucking good. He's now playing against elite defenses. If he steps up in the pocket, he's going to get hit. And so now it's like, okay, how do you find a way to navigate what you've learned throughout the season that's made you so good and then play against these better defenses? And like by better, I mean like a lot better and still step up, but your clock has to go like even quicker now. You step up, you got to throw fast because he fumbled,
Yes.
what was it, 4 times?
Yes, too many,
Yeah,
too many.
yeah,
One's too many. Like we don't want that. We don't want that. And again,
we don't want
I
that.
thought from game one to game two he would make an adjustment and protect the ball a little bit better, and he didn't. And the risk versus the reward, obviously, it worked out for us this week, but we don't want that to continue. We want to see the potential turnovers to go down, not stay the same. That's what's going to make us more successful in the future. So, and against, I think we can get into it. I think Denver is going to be lit.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. But people have said that about each of the last two defenses too, and they were big and they were fast. And as soon as we've lost, they're already saying like, "Oh, they were injured, and this is the easiest path." They have still haven't beaten anybody. I have been I have been very impressed with obviously how our defense played, but I'm equally as concerned about our offensive line to a certain extent. Like most of those turnovers were based off pressure because the pocket was collapsing around him. And again, it's not meant to be an excuse, but like when you're talking back, you shouldn't have to get hit in the arm. And while that counts as a fumble, I mean, I don't know. It's a function of the offensive line. And granted, again, going against some outstanding pass rushes in both the last two games, as we will as we continue on in the playoffs, right? This is what the playoffs are, and there's a lot of really good defenses in the playoffs, especially on our in our conference. So I guess I can't be overly surprised. We have had highlights on the offensive line, the other side there, Moses and Awina what's his guy's name? On the way.
yeah,
Onwenu?
interior
Onwenu?
offensive lineman. Yes.
Yeah, boy, he's been
Onwenu,
playing,
yeah.
he's been playing
Like
his ass
Onwenu.
off. We've been
Yeah.
running behind him and doing so successfully. So, I mean, the right side of our line is doing pretty well. The left side, I'm a little bit concerned about your boy. He hasn't really looked good. And I'm not happy to hear that Patriots fans are booing him. He's just a kid, and he's going to be a big part of our future.
No, he's going to be great. He'll be great.
It's been a rough couple of games for him. No question about that. That little bit, you guys must have seen the behind the scenes after the game clips, and him coming in with his head hung in Vrabel kind of lifting his head up and giving him a pep talk there on the way to the locker room. I think we need more of that. We need to try to find some way to help cover that right side of that left side of the line a little bit more going forward. But I'm not concerned. I mean, when we needed big throws, they made big throws. Drake Maye made some of the most outstanding throws of the year this year. Our wide receivers made some outstanding catches. Like we're still performing at a high level. Our running game, I think, if we just run the ball to the right side, we can get 8 yards every time. Yeah, like I'm excited. This is the most excited I've been in a little while.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. And if you think about it, like if you see Drake May drop back now, and I saw this a few days ago, he puts the ball in the air. Your first thought is, "Oh my God, touchdown!" Because you trust that he's making a good choice.
Yeah.
And well, it doesn't happen every time. That Keyshawn booty catch, holy mother of God! But the second I saw him throw it, like I'm standing over here, and I was like, "That's a touchdown." And then it might have been in DPI if he didn't catch it, but he actually caught it because he had one arm like just held behind him, pulled it in, and I was like, oh my God. Like people act like Drake May just had a bad game. No, he didn't. I mean, it sucked. We gotta work on the fumbles for sure. But the guy threw 3 touchdown passes against the best defense probably in the AFC and never gave up. He fumbles 4 times, doesn't give up, stands up and thinks next play, next play, next play. That's what you want in your quarterback. That's what you want in your offense. Something goes wrong, stand back up, get back up there, go do it. And that's what I saw them do. I was like this.
yes,
this
but I want the thing to be wrong, like an incomplete pass or a receiver drops a ball, not I just fumbled. And advantage to the other team. Like I'll take the lesser of those evils if I can. And again, I want him to be more careful with the ball. Like, yes, I get it. You know, he had one. I think he had one that was swiped out of his hand as he was throwing. The others were as he was maneuvering in the pocket. And I want him to do that because that's what he's been successful at. But this is also the playoffs, and those possessions mean more. So if he really ducks, runs, gets tackled after 1 yard, I'd rather see that than again he's pushing to make a play. And again, that's what's made him great to this point. But let's use the fact that we're here and not necessarily change everything, but make small little changes in how we do things, and protect the ball, and he knows that. But it's also that's something hard to coach out of him. Like he wants to make a play, but You know, the play is, in my opinion, the play is he's make yourself a threat, pull the ball down and run with it because he did that a couple times against arguably the best defense in the league at this time, and he torched them a couple times.
Yep.
He wasn't the leading rusher, thankfully, because I said I didn't want that. I didn't
We don't want
necessarily
that.
want that, but definitely not the leading carrier. If he ends up being the leading rusher because he burns them, so be it. But yeah, I think. Do we remember the picks? I'm looking at what I think. Oh, yep, this is it. So I had 24-14. Wally, correct me if I'm wrong, but 20-10, and then Chet was 17-13. Do we remember that, or did you
Yep, that makes
guys?
sense.
Sounds right.
Yep.
All right, so I was the closest. I win again. I got the
Yay.
championship belt, and no, I'm just kidding. I won't mention that again for another 30 seconds or so.
I appreciate your humility. I mean, you're a very humble man.
I mean, I want you guys to share in my glory. Like that's what this is all about.
Yeah, I know. No, it's all
Oh yeah.
about letting us take part in it. Appreciate it.
That's right. I appreciate that. All right, let's talk about this next game. Right? Denver.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We know that they're without their starting quarterback, which again, let's just start all the naysayers. Easiest path to the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
easiest schedule this season. You know, we can only play who's in front of us, but that defense is not easy to play against. The last team that we played, that defense isn't hard easy to play against. They have a Pro Bowl quarterback, former Pro Bowl quarterback. You know, he's regressed the last couple of seasons, but that wasn't an easy win by any means, and we're there. You know, the reigning MVP didn't win his game. I don't know. I don't like all the naysayers saying that it's the easiest path, etc. We probably don't belong here. I mean, tell me how you guys feel about that, and how everybody
Yeah.
else feels about that up
I
there.
think it's a convenient narrative, and it's a journalist driven narrative because again it drives clicks. They seem to have a similar narrative with almost every New England team. And it's like they don't play anybody, or like they're an unfair advantage, or they try to downplay our success on a national stage, primarily because they're sick of the fact that New England keeps winning shit. And everyone's mad that we only had a 4 or 5 season downswing. We already have a franchise quarterback, and nobody thinks it's fair because they were pissed off at us for kicking their ass for 20 years. So it is what it is. Like we have to play the team in front of us. The fact is, we were the worst team in football. I don't care what the record said. We were the worst team in football. We couldn't even lose correctly last year. And
Yep.
this year, I think we have as good a shot as anybody that's left in it. I like us. As Diggs says, I like us.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. I'm excited. I really like our chances against them. I don't think like Bo Nix not being there. Obviously, it's a big deal. You're losing your starting quarterback, but let's not confuse ourselves. He's not the reason they are where they're at. Right? He's a big piece of the puzzle, but I don't think it's been outstanding quarterback play that's gotten this team in the AFC Championship. It's been that defense. It's been their ability to stop people. He's good. Don't get me wrong. He's good, but he's not in the MVP conversation, right? He's not at the top of that. I don't think he is anyway.
He's not. He's not.
And
Wally.
they sought after backup quarterback in football, right? We tried to get Stidham. We met with him in the offseason. They paid him, what did he get? A $30 million contract? Something along those lines for a backup quarterback? I mean, there's a reason for that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they want a solid quarterback for sure. And they have the money to pay, if you want to call it the best backup quarterback, you know. But
Arguably, yeah.
I'm saying they're spending the money to make him the best backup quarterback.
Can I ask a quick question though? I just want to ask one quick question. It's not a difficult question.
Who are you
Wally.
asking? Are you asking the two of us?
I'm asking Wally.
Yeah.
Wally,
Yes, sir.
see that muscle? If you had to bet your life, exactly. So if you had to bet your life on someone to deadlift out of nowhere, just get down and pick up 300 pounds. And your only two choices, it was me or Nate. Who do you pick?
I'm gonna go ahead and pick Nate.
Yeah, exactly. The Denver Broncos picked Bo Nix for a reason. And
Sure.
so seeing Jarrett Stidham come in and be like suddenly he's gonna be the savior is ridiculous. I'm gonna go ahead. Can I make my pick, Nate, right now?
No, absolutely not.
All right, then I won't.
Yes, of
But I
course you
will.
can. Yes, of
I
course
will in
you
a
can.
minute. Oh,
Oh, you want to make? I think I know your pick. You're picking New England, but you
oh yeah,
wait
no, but
wait to
I
give
got a score.
wait to give it. Yeah, wait. Just wait.
All right.
So Bo Nix, he's got five fourth quarter comebacks this year, Wally, to win the game. So I mean, he's not no slouch.
He is
And
though. Like you can't.
statistically, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the fourth quarter
Yeah, in the
for
fourth
the
quarter.
year.
But he's the reason they sucked for the first three. Like you can't be like, I sucked for the first three and they saved us in the fourth. Like I have a problem with this whole idea that he's so good. I do think he's way better than Stidham probably, but I think Stidham's gonna offer
Yeah,
them some stability through the first three, the way that Bo Nix never did. So we'll see.
yeah, no doubt. Denver is going to lose the game.
Mhm.
They're not favored at home because their backup quarterback is playing. Our defense, again, we play defense up there in New England, y'all. I mean, I'm down here in Texas. Y'all are up there in New England, but they play defense up there. So defense travels, doesn't matter where they're going. Their defensive plan will be very aggressive, enough for us to, if we score the least amount of points that we have this year in the playoffs, I think we'll still win. I am worried that it might come to that because I think that Denver's defense, everybody that's playing is going to be ready to play. Like, and they're going to take it personally that they are underdogs at home because their backup quarterback's in. And that's going to juice everybody up. That might only last for first quarter, second half, maybe, or first quarter, first half. But I do think their defense is going to come out guns a-blazing. They're going to be very aggressive. Their best rusher is going to be right over the guy that we drafted, number 4 this year, who,
Mhm.
again, he's had a rough postseason for sure. And he's coming off a knee injury. He's not 100%. He hasn't been playing too well, but we want him out there nonetheless. I don't think the person that backs him up is going to be any better, even though because that person probably isn't 100%. But I, I I like our chances, of course. I'm not betting or rooting against the Patriots because it's pretty easy now, not necessarily to gain the spread or to look at the spread, but if you go head, even though quarterbacks don't go head to head, who's the better quarterback? 90% of the time, that team is going to win. So that's on us. Advantage us. Defense, I think defense can be an advantage for us as well. Their defense is better, however we are going to just like in the old days, that all you fanboys know about. It's on to the next. We throw another 2 or 3 different wrinkles in there
Yeah.
that we haven't done this year or we've used in previous years, but no one's seen it on tape this year. And we use those wrinkles in key moments. We have the confidence, right? Slash cockiness to do what it takes to perform at the highest level when our the best is needed, and that's what everybody in that everybody in that building that's on that coaching staff has been preaching since day one, and then everybody now is believing in it. So it just they'll be juiced up just as much.
Sure.
They'll be
I mean,
ready
that's
to
going to
play.
be a
So
hostile environment. Denver's a unique place, right? I mean, they get a knowledgeable fan base that's won in the past. I don't think anyone thinks this is a cakewalk, right? Like, I think the Patriots are going to win. I also recognize the task they have out in front of them to be in a hostile territory with a young team. I'm excited. And what you say, and I agree with you, right? Like at face value, Denver's got a better defense. They have had a better defense all year. I think you can make a pretty compelling argument that the Patriots defense is currently playing better. And that doesn't mean I think they're a better defense, but I do think they're playing better right now. They put together two outstanding games, and I have no reason to believe against the backup quarterback they're not going to put in a third outstanding game. And they've been able to chameleon themselves, like you said earlier. They haven't been a blitzing team all year, but they started in the playoffs and started at an outstanding rate, and they were mixing it in nicely and dropping back into their usual defense. I really enjoyed the defensive gameplay, the defensive game call. I think they've been doing a really outstanding job keeping people guessing and being aggressive. And I think it's going to continue in Denver. I'm really excited to see what our defense can do against a back, and no shot at Stidham, but against a backup quarterback who hasn't been getting the reps, right? They're not giving Stidham reps before playoff games. So, like, he may have gotten reps this last week, but he hasn't been getting them for the last 3 months. They need their young quarterback to get all those reps. So, yeah.
Probably Denver's saving grace is that the game is at home and they don't have to go into a hostile environment with a new quarterback that no one's memorized the snap count, the cadence, all that stuff that's important, especially on the road. So they'll have that advantage, meaning we've got to be on our game with that on our offensive side. Yeah. But I do agree with you. Our defenses, they're gamers. Every one of them on that side of the ball, they're gamers, man. We got plenty of guys on the special teams that can fill in if somebody goes down on the defensive side. And I love our chances, man. Like you said,
Marcus Jones is a stud.
And also a fun fact is Jared Stidham's completion percentage against the blitz is like 20%.
So that's funny you say that number, because I would take a bet right now. I would take a solid bet right now. The Patriots blitz 20% or less against Jared Stidham, and they shut down. And I think what's going to happen is that Drake Maye is going to show out. I don't know why I think that, but I really do. It's just after seeing what happened last week and the fact that, like, if you can fumble 4 times and still be like, yeah, I'm going to throw this pass to Kayshon Boutte, I'm going to go out there and throw this like ridiculous pass to Stephon Diggs in the end zone. That's something's different about that guy, and I love it. And I think our defense is like, oh, we had an easy path. We played nobody. We're nothing. Fuck you. Like Mike Vrabel played for a guy named Bill Belichick, who would use that stuff, use the narrative in such a genius way. And Vrabel's more of like I'm going to lift you up. I'm going to make sure you know that you're a big deal kind of coach. But he also knows somewhere deep down that narrative gets to them. I think the Patriots win this game. I'm not going to say the score yet because we haven't done there yet, but I think the Patriots win this game.
No one's disagreeing with you. I
know. I'm just giving you.
But another fun fact. Last year, Drake Maye threw that same ball to the same receiver against the same cover corner.
Yep.
Against the same team, the Texans, and it was the same result, the touchdown. It was.
We all saw that Ramondre Stevenson clip too.
Yeah, that's pretty remarkable.
Awesome. I didn't realize he was like that. That's a pretty good recall in that situation to be able to sit on the bench and say, we did that exact same route against exact same cornerback. I mean, that's impressive.
The offensive coordinator probably told him that right before he made that. He told somebody
the soon to be assistant coach of the year. I think he's got it in a runaway.
Oh, easy. McDaniels, easy.
He's nominated. Did you see they put out the nominations for like, and I don't know
MVP?
who did this for, but MVP, Coach of the Year, Coordinator of the Year, Comeback Player of the Year. They did the top 5, and we've got Vrabel for Coach of the Year. We've got Diggs for Comeback Player of the Year. Obviously, Maye for MVP. McDaniels for Coordinator. I think that's it. That's pretty good, though.
Yeah.
McDaniels.
Hopefully, all of our guys that are nominated will win. Yeah.
I mean, there's a compelling argument for every one of them. Now, again, I'm a fanboy, as you like to say. So obviously, I'm gonna say you're the MVP. But I think of that crew, I would say McDaniels probably is if I had to rank most likely to least likely, he's either 1 or 2.
Oh, I wonder if maybe I think probably somebody that might have an advantage over him is the Seattle Seahawks defensive coordinator.
Yeah,
That's probably,
Yeah,
I don't
I
know.
think
I don't even know
that's
if
the
he's on
one.
that list because I didn't see it,
Yep.
but that
No,
would be,
no.
if he's on that, I'd imagine those are probably the two that are left as far as coordinators are concerned. And it wouldn't surprise me that, you know, that McDaniels wins it. Honestly,
yeah.
I want him to win. I think Vrabel, there's no doubt about it. Coach of the year. You
Has to be,
can't
right?
argue with that. You go from 3 wins to 14. Like
Four
that's a no
wins
brainer. Sorry, 4 wins to 14.
because we couldn't lose, right?
I mean, the
No.
only argument would be Ben Johnson. I don't think it's a compelling argument, but I think his name's in there.
Nah. I mean, yeah, his name is in there, but I don't agree with that because
I don't either, but
he had
I
a
think
pretty
some
good
people will.
offense already. He had a pretty good offense already. And he inherited that. So he and as you say, Wally, Vrabel inherited the worst team in football, who just
He
Mhm.
couldn't
did.
lose when they needed to.
He
Yeah.
did. Yep.
Yeah. All right, so let's pick the game. I don't remember who went first last time. Well, if I go off of this, I think maybe I went first last time. So
I
we'll
think it's
start
Chet's
with
turn to
Wally,
go
then Chet. You think so? All right, we'll start with
because
Chet.
I'm pretty sure I went first the week before.
All right, we'll start with Chet.
And he's been
Right then.
chomping at the bit to give us a
Yeah,
score for the last half hour.
Oh, I have. I have.
He's been
Thank
keeping
you.
it a
Thank you, Wally,
secret.
for
Let's
recognizing
listen.
that.
Let's listen closely. Maybe he won't pick New England to win.
New England 35-14 with a defensive score.
Oh,
Wow.
you want to add that in there?
Oh, yeah, I do.
A defensive score. I like that. So you could only get it half right if the defense doesn't score one.
But I feel good about it. I feel
Uh,
really good about it. It's not because
go
of
ahead.
Jarrett Stidham either.
No?
No, it's just they are pissed. You played nobody all year. You're nothing. You're going to play a backup quarterback and you might get to the like what I would be so mad if I was one of them. Like I see it.
Yeah, I can see it too. Go ahead, Wally.
24-10, good guys.
24-10.
My man.
Yeah. I
I
think
Yep.
our
like it.
defense steps up. They get a touchdown late. Um, but yeah, I think it's 24-10.
I'm going to go 28-17.
Okay.
28-17. I'd love to see a defensive score. You know what? I'll be like Chet. Special teams score.
Ooh,
As
a
in
special
special
team
teams
score.
touchdown.
I can see it. I can see it.
So it could be a blocked field goal that they return for a touchdown. Or actually, no, the offense can't touch it because it's a dead ball.
No, I know what you mean though. Like a special team score. I get you.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Kick return
I
or
like
punt
it.
return. All right.
If I had to choose, yeah, I would say punt return if I had to choose, but
I'm pumped. You know what I was going to do? I was going to look at tickets to Denver. Want tickets from here to Denver and then tickets from Boston to Denver and send you guys the info and then be like, what do y'all think? I haven't even looked at tickets for the game, but what do y'all think? I really
I think
wanted to, but
the 60% of the United States is going to be covered in a historic
yeah.
snowstorm this this
oh
weekend
yeah.
on
Oh
Sunday.
yeah.
It's going to
The
dump 2 feet on us. New Hampshire's
right,
going
but
down.
the worst thing that happens is we're all stranded together
Wow.
for 4 or 5 days or until we can get out. Like
Well, here's the other part: is
big deal.
going on my cruise this weekend, so I got to drive
Oh
into
yeah,
New
yeah.
York City on Sunday, the day
Oof.
of the storm. We're driving into New York City,
Maybe
and
rethink
they're getting
that.
12 to 18. Have you ever heard of such lunacy? Yeah.
Maybe
No.
you
Oh
go down
man.
there the
Good
day.
luck.
Can you go down
Yeah,
there the day
yeah, we
before?
actually that's my wife came down to talk to me because
Yes.
we got a hotel room. We're going down the night before.
Okay,
Anyway,
good.
so we're only gonna have like a 15-minute drive versus a 5-hour drive. Still
That's
nerve wracking.
that's
Like people in the city don't drive. I've heard snow pretty much shuts them down. So we'll see. It's going to be interesting.
that's wicked smart, Wally. Wicked smart. Hey, by the way, whose car we gonna take?
I like it. I like it.
All right. I don't have anything else. I mean, we can talk about some other stuff, but I don't have
No,
any. What
Wally,
I
thank
had
you
some
for giving us
notes.
an hour. And by the way, both of you, thank you for like dealing with my garbage every week. Like I will try to figure out on Tuesday every single time if I can make it or not.
Family
Um,
first, kid. Family first. You
no,
know where
it's
where
always
we're
family first.
flexible.
We all agree. We all agree on that.
Yeah,
But I
family
really
first.
appreciate you guys like
We're
making
family too,
adjustments
though,
for me.
Wally. So the sooner you can give us a heads up, both of y'all.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. We are family too. And I gotta give you a heads up.
I just need a heads up, yes or no. That's all. As soon as you
Yep.
know, yes or no.
Well,
That's it.
listen, I was the one that reached out today.
I know.
Yep. Yep.
I
You
know.
were.
That's because it's not my schedule. That's in like I will. I'm here. I'm
I
here.
mean, come on, you've had to change things as often as I
I
have.
have. I have. I
So
have.
it
But
is
I
what it
feel
is.
like
I'm not. It is what it is. Nobody's upset. Is my point. It's all good.
Yeah. Yep.
if we're
Yep.
counting, though, no, I'm just kidding.
If we're counting, I'm out next week because I'm on a cruise ship somewhere down in the Caribbean.
See,
Sorry.
now we
Hey,
already
by the
know
way,
that.
Wally,
Now we
have
already know that.
fun.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Go have a blast.
Don't
I'm so
do
happy for
not
you.
There's a lot of
forget the
anxiety between
sunscreen.
here and stepping on the boat. Like there's a lot of work and anxiety it's going to get to drive my parents and my whole family down into a historic snowstorm into the city to go on a cruise. But once I get there, I get the drinks package. Man, I am just gonna get lit
You're
and
gonna
stay
be,
lit for 7 days.
gonna be fine. Just like me, like I'm terrified of flying down to Turks and Caicos, and I can't stand it, and I don't want to do it. But
Yeah,
when I get to the room and I have a full bar, I'll be like, all right, this is fun.
yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
Did y'all want to talk about anything else? Chet mentioned something about ice. I don't know, and
I
some
mentioned ice,
politics.
but I know we talked about that last week too.
That's
So
probably a topic into itself.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, what's the vibe of the week, Chet?
Ooh, man, I got you.
You
It's
have one?
called. I got one. Yeah, I do. It's called. It sounds like it's saying turn down the heat, but hold on, let me find it right now.
Turn down for what?
No,
Turn
it's not
down for
that
what?
one.
Yeah.
That's a good one too. It's called Burn the Ballroom Down by Huddy. Huddy.
Burn the ballroom down.
Burn the ballroom
Send it in the
down.
chat. Send it in the chat.
I certainly will.
What was the name? Chuddy?
Huddy. Huddy.
Huddy. That's
I'm
the
on it
vibe
right
of the
now.
week. That is the vibe of the week.
That's the vibe of the week. Let's go. I like it.
All right. I got one last question for y'all.
Listening. Oh, is it a dad joke
Yeah.
situation?
Dad joke of the week. Dad joke of the week. What do you call a beehive without an exit?
I don't know what.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Takes a second.
I was
That's the
trying to think of
dad joke of the
something to do
week.
with honey.
Thanks for getting on. Love y'all. Oh, one more time here, just real quick. Gosh, I need two hands to lift this thing up. All right, this is your people's champ. Signing off. Love y'all. See that bling, the glare? Do you see
I
that?
like it.
Is it
It
it?
looks good.
You
It
guys,
looks good.
you guys should have sunglasses on. All right, love y'all. See y'all.
All right. Good night. Love you all.